as a 51-year-old father of 3, married man, pays taxes, has a house and a mortgage and a business and all that jazz. If I had to quit everything now and struggle the way I struggled as a stand-up comedian, it would never work. But the only way I could be this person now is if I took that chance when I was 21, when I was dead broke and had my cars repossessed and all that stuff.
Remember this, boys. Men are celebrated for their struggles.
What would you do if we just met and we've had a one-night stand and I've got pregnant?
The baby's innocent, right? I'd look after the child. It depends on a lot of scenarios afterwards. I'd make sure the child's financially taken care of. If you were prepared to be a loyal woman, I'd make sure you were taken care of. If you're going to start sleeping with other dudes, whatever, then it's your problem, the baby's your problem, it's not your problem. But if you're going to be loyal to me still, then I'd take care of you. But if you're going to start saying, oh no, I've got a new man now, cool, he can pay the bills, and it's not my problem.
No, when you have a child, that's your responsibility.
No, but if you want to start sleeping with other dudes, then it's his problem. It's an accident, right? So you shouldn't be punished in life, and the child's absolutely not really innocent. I would take care of you completely. But if you were to say now, after let's say a year or 2 years, whatever, I have a new man now, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, all right, cool. If you have a new man, you have a new man. You ain't my problem anymore. You gotta pay your own rent.
Boys, stop being simps.
So when a baby is born, the doctor looks at the baby and says, oh, this is a little girl. Or, oh, this is a little boy. And sometimes the doctor gets that wrong. So when I was born, the doctor looked at me and said, oh, this is a little girl. And so everybody thought I was a little girl. But when I got old enough to tell people who I was, I said, wait, I'm not a little girl. I'm a boy. And that means that I'm transgender. What everybody told me I was is not actually who I am, and I just had to explain that to people. And there's nothing wrong with being transgender.
But there is something wrong with trying to convince an entire generation of children that they were born in the wrong bodies. However, thankfully, you will not have to be around my children.
This is the Western delusion intertwined with feminism. As a man, you have the duty to protect your children from these weirdos.
I wasn't ready at the time to be in a relationship.
You weren't ready to be in marriage or relationship?
Well, marriage. And so I cheated a lot in the beginning. Okay. And then I ended up leaving him after the 10 years because he cheated once and I couldn't get over it.
So you had a child with him and then a child after him?
Yes. The child after him was like a revenge thing. I was upset. Yeah. Okay. And I had a child by his cousin.
Oh, Jesus. The way you describe this, you're a horrible person.
I'm working on it.
No, you're not.
I feel like he made me feel under the impression that we were going to.
He didn't make you feel shit. You are in charge of your own feelings.
I've been through a lot of trauma not to get.
I don't give a shit. I don't care about your trauma. See, I always bring up the trauma when you can't coddle her ass. Women like you, people like you don't need to be dealing with people. You're dangerous.
Now, this is definitely on the more extreme end of modern women. However, they do exist, and you should be more careful in dealing with these women, even if they can suck the chrome off a tailpipe.
First of all, masculinity is attacked. You remember the TV shows, the father is a goofball, he's an idiot, even as everybody is sat in the house that he has provided. Then it got nasty. Masculinity is dangerous. Men are dangerous. The idea of toxic masculinity was born, which is being upheld even by the American Psychological Association. This piece that they released about how psychologists across America must unify in training young men that being a man is bad for their mental health. What I would say is the defense of masculinity is the defense of humanity itself. The end goal is not to put women in charge. Feminism, the cancer on culture, is to trick women into thinking that they will get their moment in the sun, that they will be in charge. But that's not true. Women will not be in charge. Men will not be in charge. We will all be enslaved and subjugated. There will be no men, there will be no women. There will be what Jack Donovan has referred to as androgynous, genderless worm people who consume.
If someone tells you your masculinity is dangerous, you can tell them to shove their opinions up their behinds. The industry of psychology has been corrupted anyway.
I can wake up in a of how you feel.
This This is the exact blueprint on how you can beat laziness. Oh, I've always wanted to go to the gym, but I lack motivation. If you're gonna let motivations or feelings dictate your direction in life, you're gonna stay where you are until you die. Let's say you do get the motivation to do something. What happens then if it becomes hard? Are you gonna stop halfway? Discipline is everything.
Melina, why did you say yes to Destiny when he asked, would you marry him?
Because I love him.
And what do you love about him?
Everything.
Did you know he's a liberal?
Yeah, but that's amazing.
Oh,
yeah. I think it's amazing.
Really? So would you classify him as a beta male or an alpha male?
He's a sigma male.
A sigma male?
Sigma.
Sigma male, Jess. You don't know what Sigma males are?
No.
Oh, you're behind on the times.
I am. What is it?
Sigma males are men that go their own way, Jesse. They don't play the alpha beta games, okay? They live their own lives.
Oh, that's amazing.
Damn, these females calling themselves Sigma male nowadays. Oh man.
That's what society makes you believe.
Men aren't scared by that unless you act like you're better than them because of it.
No, but
like you're a woman.
See,
An average guy can beat you up. No man is intimidated by you.
No, not physically. Not physically,
Not
but I have had
mentally
people.
either.
No, people come to me and tell me they're intimidated.
They're not
I
the
feel
people for you.
intimidated.
Sounds like they're not that intimidated.
And I look at them and I'm like, excuse me?
They're not the ones for you.
No, of course you're not. You can't be intimidated of me.
Yeah.
You have to see me and love my energy. But
What when women say this to you, what does that typically mean?
One of the reasons why the manosphere falls flat on the discussion of female promiscuity in modern dating is because of the lack of acknowledgement of modern mothers and their promiscuous behavior. Not just the women that are out there on the dating market, but also the men that are out there on the dating market as well. We didn't have these promiscuous mothers like we have in recent years in the past. So for the women that are out there that are promiscuous, you do have to ask, are they doing this on purpose? Is it a learned behavior? Because if that's what mama was doing, if she was in the streets, her daughter's going to be in the streets too. Not that the world owes these women understanding, and it is the primary thing that I recommend to women is to save themselves for marriage. I just think that it is a big negligence of the truth that, you know what, a lot of our moms were probably out there running the streets.
Like I don't think men have changed. I think women have. Because when we got birth control, that's when you see the divorce rate skyrocket. If you pull up a chart of like the divorce rate and the birth control, like the number of women on birth control, that's when it skyrockets. That's when these hoes came to the streets.
Men didn't change much, yet we always hear women complain about things. They've become more demanding with fewer responsibilities. Feminism has destroyed the dating landscape.
How to make her like you through text is by not trying to make her like you through text. Guys, anytime you're trying to figure out a way to convince a girl to like you more than she already does, you always lose. You will always get your heart broken because you're automatically, subconsciously putting her on a pedestal. What you need to focus on is being a better version of yourself. Ask the girl out. Tell her your availability. If she's not down for that, move on. Any convincing or, adjusting, trying to, magically make this girl like you will never happen. Anybody telling you that is a liar. Be a better man and women will be drawn to you.
Remember Charles Bukowski's legendary two-word one-liner, "Don't try."
Married before 25. I don't have a cookbook. Oh, but I cook 1 to 2 times a week. So yeah, I'm traditional now. I'm like, I swear to God, if you had a conversation with the actual real traditional women, oh my God. And I've been talking to them for this wife school. Oh my God, they run circles around us. They make all their meals from scratch. They've been raising kids and in a kid's situations where they're in charge of children since they're like 16. They've been either babysitting. This woman had 10 foster kids. Wow. That's a real traditional woman. She's growing her garden in the backyard. I'm like,
where the vegetables are fresh.
She's a virgin on her wedding day. I'm like, I swear to God, I'm so excited to put everyone in the same room because we don't even know how bad we are until you see these women. I'm like, look it.
It's such a hilarious situation that mothers who raise good kids are now shamed because they don't have careers. Yet, when these career women enter the age of 40, they end up wanting a traditional family anyway. These dangerous ideologies are ruining people's lives.
So you just make the deal? Attraction's nothing?
I'll try one more time and I'm gonna move on. Let's just take it your way. Yes, fuck attraction. You're supposed to be the attractive one.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah, I don't care about your attraction. I don't care about love either. Why do you women think you get it all? What makes you so special that you get it all?
Men get it all the time. So yeah.
No, we don't. And we accept what we get. Oh man, you got a choice. Because here's the thing, here's the reality. Reality is what you have to negotiate with right now has a time limit on it. It will spoil, it will get old. What you have today, it won't be worth the same thing 5 years from now. Because it ain't worth the same thing as it was 5 years ago. But you gotta tone this down and really come down. You're going to have to really ask, what do these men want that I want? And then what matters more? Do you need this, that, and attraction and this? And if that's the case, go in your wallet, go pay $60,000 to a matchmaker and do it that way.
She thinks men get it all. An attractive woman who hasn't lived a day in the life of an average dude thinks men get it all. This is the perfect example of a modern-day delusion. The thing is, the biggest victims of this insane belief are women.
I have to cite a survey that was in the New York Times. What do you think the chances are that you would have to go to the hospital if you got COVID? And Democrats thought that was way higher than Republicans. 41% of Democrats, and the answer is between 1% and 5%, okay? 41% of Democrats thought it was over 50%. Another 28% thought it was 20 to 49%. So 70% of Democrats thought it was way, way, way higher than it really was. Liberal media has to take a little responsibility for that, for scaring the shit out of people.
There it is. The liberal media pushes feminism, gender neutrality, and anything under the sun to keep everyone in line. It's preposterous what society has become.
And men don't defend it. It just fails as a fucking ideology. It's garbage.
Can I be honest that I think debating Andrew Tate would be incredibly difficult, not because he's some beacon of logic and rationale, but because the things he says are so out there and diluted and incoherent, I don't even know where you would start. It would be like trying to argue with a blind person about what color blue is. It's like, how do you even begin? How do you even start that? How do you make that argument?
No. Now, modern science can come along and maybe fix that for you, but that doesn't mean it's not wrong in the eyes of God.
Oh yeah, so recently he converted to Islam. I have no idea why a man like this would have converted to Islam. This is why people like this guy gravitate towards this idea of God, is because God is the ultimate authority. So now, he doesn't even have to put himself out there. Now it's just, well, that's what God wants. Now I can bludgeon you hoes because of what God said.
Why do all blue-pilled bozos look and sound the same? Oh, and he didn't really contend with Tate's ideas on feminism. Just ad hominems flying from this mouth breather's pie hole.
I think this answers the question of whether people can change. If you don't give people the room to change or actually learn about their actions, that's never going to happen. The fact that we can sit down here and a lot of us may have different opinions on different things, and with intersectionality being a thing, and we all come from different cultures and all different backgrounds, but we can sit down and we can have a discussion, and we're not afraid to disagree with each other. That's where education comes in. That's where the room for change can come in.
Let's talk about masculine and feminine energy. Masculine energy operates out of logic. It's more left side of your brain. A lot of times, masculine energy comes with competitiveness, strategy, logic. It's more intellectual, and it's very much point A to point B. It's more of I think rather than I feel. Now, if you look at feminine energy, it's quite literally the opposite of that. It's I feel more than I think. It operates from the creative side of your brain, which is the right side of your brain. And so it's creative, it's nurturing, it's more of a feelings and emotions and empathy. A lot of those traits are found there. Now, I will say this, and this might get pushed back from a lot of people, but you need to understand this. Men and women both have masculine energy and feminine energy.
As a man, you have to operate with logic by leaning more on your masculine energy.
This is the greatest thing, this is the greatest and worst thing about being a man, is that all of your value is out. You're a woman, you're born beautiful, game's over. You're born pretty, that's it, it's done. You have your value. Now you have 6 or 7 years, you're valuable. You could be a moron, you're still in a billionaire's boat, because you're hot. As a man, doesn't matter if you're born good looking. If you're stupid and weak and broke, you're still gonna struggle. I had a man message me, a man emailed me saying that he was going to kill himself. His email was so short that I believed it. Subject was, I'm going to kill myself. I know you won't reply. I'm going to kill myself. I don't know what. And I sat there and said, listen, my friend, I want you to make me a promise that you're going to get a six-pack first and send me a picture of you with a six-pack. I convinced him to get in the gym and said, get a six-pack, see how you feel. By the time he started sending me physique updates of him in a better condition, he started sending me huge emails of apology and thank you, saying you saved my life. I can't believe I was thinking of killing myself. You can't believe he changed. I'm out here genuinely saving lives.
This is why they arrested him. He's helping the young men, the powers that we are so desperately trying to destroy. I hope this episode motivates you to chase your purpose. Thanks for watching, boys. See you around next time.